It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Well, we are back at Blue Springs State Park in Orange City, Florida. And it is our annual Check Out the Manatees Day. But as you can see, it's raining outside and we might melt. So have to wait to see if the rain passes. Here we go. Today, manatee counts 109. And manatee chats. Who knew they could talk? For those that have not watched one of our videos from here before, this is a manatee refuge. When it gets colder outside, the manatees from the St. Johns River go to the springs, which are normally like 72 degrees year-round. Blue Springs State Park is a huge haven of manatees, usually in the hundreds, especially when it dips down. Next week is supposed to be in the 40s, which they could see upwards of like 500-600 manatees at any given time. This is a great park for camping. We've camped here before. They have cabins for rent as well. They have a trail. They have bears. They have snakes. They have alligators. They have all kinds of wildlife. What are you doing? You should be visiting this park. During non-manatee season, you can swim in the springs as well. Great for snorkeling. You can also go scuba diving here. You know, here, cabins to the left of me. No drone use allowed. They also have a really creepy haunted house over here. Now we have a moment where there's a gap in the rain. I'm sure it's going to continue to keep raining here today. It's the day after Christmas. Trying out a new toy, the DJI Osmo 3. A little wireless mic. But we're not going to use this outside right now because I don't want to get it wet.
Okay.
Alright, so we took the camera anyway. Let's test this guy out. It's us. Manatees.
Fishman.
Gilman. We have a couple of them out that way.
Yeah,
A couple more over there.
I was just going to say there's a couple there, a couple there.
There's never usually a ton of them over here because this is where the river kind of comes in. This is a great place to kayak though. I don't know how much you guys can see it right out there too. The current is pretty strong here today. This stuff is moving pretty quick. There's a series of these docks here so you can go out and check them out. Pretty active.
I see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like 7 of them. 8, 9.
I am going to shut this mic off for a minute so that I get a little bit more of the ambient noise. It's actually one of my favorite things about coming to the park. There's one right there.
Ooh, that's perfectly here.
Lizzie, daar is nog een heel kleintje daar. Zie je daar langs die boot?
You can buy a brick and put it in the park. We've been here so many times, I almost feel like we have to get a brick. This is the Thursby house. Super haunted. Can you see this spider web?
Slippery, why wouldn't it? Be careful.
Nice talking to you.
The edge over here.
The water is actually high. We have not had a tremendous amount of rain this year, and then we just got blasted with a ton the last couple of weeks. And now the rain has pushed the water all the way up the ladder here, the
Yeah.
stairs.
There's only 2 steps for you.
Sometimes this is down to like just maybe like 18 inches or so. This is the dock that you go swimming off of too, by the way, if you're here during the summer. And yes, there are some manatees that will come up to you while you're swimming, but you're not allowed to touch them. No harassing the manatees, or the alligators, or the eels, or the snakes,
Oh, the gar.
or the spider. Yeah, the gars are nasty.
I'm gonna bless you with water. I don't think I've ever seen this like filter.
usually all mud.
Yeah.
They also have tubes here where you can bring your tube. And this is the tubing area when it's hot, not during manatee season. During manatee season, you cannot take your tube out here.
I don't think so. I think most of them are like fossilized clams and like reefs and stuff. It's all fossilized and underground now.
And we're going to make our way up to the spring head. This is the view all around. There's no manatees up here today. I think it's really cold. They congregate up this way. And so the spring comes up through that cave, and the cave goes down quite a while, and there have been many scuba diving deaths related to folks trying to go down there, or not even so much scuba diving, but just snorkeling. You're not supposed to snorkel in the cave, but it's a very tight fit. There's plenty of videos on YouTube if you are so inclined to check it out. We say this every time that we come out here, but like, there's so many people, and not a lot of people that smile or say good morning or hello or anything. And like, this is all awesome to see. Say hello. Hello, neighbor. And we've come up to the Thursby house.
There was another crazy ass spider. Never think about it. This is like a really big house for back then. This is one of the first floors.
Jess and I were in here one day when it was completely quiet. We had the loudest bang upstairs, and nobody was here but us. That's not creepy.
That's such a big kitchen.
One last thing I wanted to test out, since we've got the Osmo out now, is you can see how the camera's following me. No one's holding this gimbal. It's just active track. So wherever I go, it's following. If I want to take a rest here, there you go. It's a one-man film crew now. Ta-da! And now, rain. Well, that's going to be it for us. This is a really short video. Hopefully it's short when we edit it. You don't have to hold this little thing all the time, too. I just thought it was funny to hold it. But it has a little magnetic clip on the back, so you could stick it wherever, where it also has a regular type of clip that you could clip onto things. And you don't need to use this. So the majority of the audio when we were walking around was ambient, and it was through the mics that are on the camera. But Blue Spring State Park also has camping, like I said, but they have walking trails as well. And you can check out our prior videos where we've done walking trails in the past, and it leads out right to like where railroad tracks are and everything. It's quite nice. Lots of animals and things to see on the walking trails, and they do warn you because there are bears in the area as well, and everything. Like if you're camping here is bear proof, so you can't leave any food out and things like that if you're thinking about camping, because there are animals in the area. But and over by the water there's all kinds of fun aquatic things in there also, like alligators and things too. But it's raining and miserable, and even though it is icky outside, there's still a ton of people that come here. This place normally gets packed out, and like I said, if you're thinking about coming as it gets colder, we got here, the park opened at 8, we got here just at like about 7:45 and there were a few cars in front of us, but normally the line at that time of morning, if you're coming when it's cold,
Probably about 20 cars.
Probably, yeah, much deeper, and not all the cars can get in at one time, so you might be sitting outside and waiting for quite some time to be able to come in. But we get out of here. Thanks a lot for coming along. Thank you very much for all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great day. See you guys.